We are back in the play on defense.
Rage a little bit.
All gamers, and they'll be hoping to kick things off with a bang on the pistol.
Okay. All gamers on defense.
Sheila
on attack.
And
well Sheila now get Neumann. And I think that's a great pickup for them.
Right now, XLG, they're quickly getting some of that A main control, the Cypher Cam as well, to give some information in the tags as well. Rug is just going in for it. Doesn't clear the player on the site though. Shrimp is there, and Spitfires as well. All gamers, they're doing a decent job
honestly,
right now.
maybe this is the game they win.
Shutting everything down. No man, the new kid on the block, is going to have to clutch a 1v4 if XLG want this pistol.
Yeah, they fast flood into the site though. It's pretty good for them.
He's been bringing the heat. Let's see if he can.
The two controllers, both Omen and Astro. Yeah, I saw that, which is odd.
No, that flash got no
but again, I think that can work.
Time, and he got the spike on their back, so perhaps the rotation can be in
the quality. Order, yeah, the quality is a little bit lower than I remember on this stream. I wonder if we.
Still plenty of time. Not a lot of aggression on the other side, and instead, you know, man. To bring the peak, got the fault line this time around. That's a one-man stun, but couldn't even walk past the orb on a single point of health. Will make it pretty easy for Kira to find that connection. And XLG, apparently their international lows are gonna catch up.
We got some nice quality here. And wait, are we on the same time? Are we somehow accidentally owned it?
Maybe hold your horses for a little bit, but it certainly isn't what we want to see. It seems like quite disjointed, if I'm going to be
there's
honest,
no way I can do this, right?
Of XLG. Raga sort of went
this is
in by
way
himself,
too ambitious to get right.
The close corner. Everything was just a little bit out of place, which isn't what we're used to seeing from XLG. This is much more of a Masters Toronto look, which does worry me slightly. And immediately Raga's running in again. The support network is just a bit too far behind him. Now the rest of the team catches up.
The end of the world, you know, it's the second round, and as he said, like, sure, it's only the pistol, but as he said, you know, worrying signs are showing again. The deadlock, though, is something that we haven't talked about, and the amount of value that Delve can actually have is gonna be pretty severe if they do not respect the sonic sensors. Fortunately enough, they would have seemed to understand that Deadlock has been playing B for the past few rounds.
We might have done alright here, chat.
That can be an answer for them. Spitfire, it's already pretty aggressive. It's all classic, just a single ghost, so should not be expecting Raga to do that much on the angle anyways.
Oh, it did great.
They'll be detected, they'll be stunned. They're trying to just pinch on them on the timing, but the stun fades in the right time. And all gamers keep hold of the map. Nowhere really for XLG to go, perhaps, but to go back and try to go for B a second time basket.
The rotations will be heard though, so
okay, then we can focus up a little bit.
Top mid,
the internet no mess up, dude. I was thinking just that. I was like, this is perfect, but as soon as the internet messes up, or me, remember we gotta add that factor in as well.
The spam through the smoke from Kira does get one. The second player coming through. It's a cleanup here from the side of all gamers. Kira gets 4.
Chat, let's look in a little bit. They haven't. They had a nice setup here.
At least they're for happy way, but that's exactly why you want to pick the deadlock. You know, the ceiling trips, they are absolutely demoralizing, especially on places where you just need to pop, like market. That trip can actually cause a lot of worries for the other side, and as he said, you know, should have been an easy round anyways. They only got the classics, so this is where we need to see the XLG of stage 1 just show back up.
Yeah, this is where it's gonna get close. It's a great bonus.
It has been the same case.
One sheriff.
Like the team looks disjointed. Raga's just walking too far forward. They're not looking as comfortable with Raga on the neon as they have been.
Trip here. The fast buy round, AG won a 3-person punish. Spot close, you stun. You grav net close. Okay, you spot close, you grav net, and then you omen flash. And then you omen flashing the people at the back, sure.
Right now, slowing things down a little bit again.
And then you don't see anyone within the first 30 seconds, so they put the wall down. Holy.
Been found again. Not quite able to take down Spitfires through the box.
We might win a map, chat. We're seeing the right stuff. Great start. Lucky, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you. Wait, Zili picked this map as well.
Aggressive position as the stack
chat, how long since all gamers have won a game?
EG could be.
I know it's a long time.
In a little bit of danger here.
Did they win anything last year?
Going to realize that fact as well. Dipping away from the site, giving that space
more than a year.
XLG. And they're hoping they can get something done on the retake as Happy Way is on the lurk here on B.
Yeah, we might have spoke too early. They're going to get a side for free. No recon on this one, not going to have to do any damage. It's going to be a full retake. Does anyone overstep?
At least they're going to get the spike.
Guys,
down.
commit.
Those mid duels, though, pretty dangerous. Happyway all on their lonesome. And they could barely afford another loss now. 3 on 5.
They got recon, they still have Omen Flash. Do they know they're going to get aggro? Holy. Wait. This is nice from them. They get some upgrades as well.
5 lives. And it seems like all the gamers are ready to bring the heat to the champions.
What is happening, XLG?
What is happening? We're 3 rounds in and the casters are believing as well. What is happening?
So many gunfights not going their way. I mean, for one, you know, the fight from Happyway up through mid was particularly rough. This one as well. But then they're just playing ahead of the utility a little bit, not quite timing things correctly. Again, it's that
okay.
delay.
Okay.
Players that's causing
We
a
get the
bunch of
Bucky out.
So
let's see what Rag wants to do with the Bucky. What's the Bucky strat?
They're back down to an eco, and the only thing
AG want to go for the Paper X 3-person dual middle?
Still only Happyway to find kills in this game as well. All 5 of these players looking to head towards the A site, and Raga with that Bucky is going to be the tip of the spear yet
Hello,
again.
Keeper. Hello, mate.
Yeah.
Crimp is on the site and will be the one that has to bear the brunt of this attack.
Yeah, and the big stack doors mid is still present, so they have quick rotation doors short. That is the case.
They're just holding the Paper X for so long.
Might unironically have a chance for a multi-kill. They just piece their utility right.
Even after losing A control, yeah. It's kind of bold.
Dark cover.
Damn, dude.
Wait on the information for all gamers, but
They go wall, same time over towards B as well. Actually, maybe it's a little bit earlier.
Putting XLG again in another tough spot.
Dude, they have so much money, by the way. They have so much money. No one from G-Light is getting kills.
Again, plant would be a big boon to their cause.
It's one of the sickest starts you can have.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, a dink from Happyway, but they'll be still alive on 5 HP. So for XLG, what can they do? Got to try and do something. The stun is not going to work.
They got
out.
1 kill. They got 1 kill, 2 armor buys, and they're all taking turns.
Not great, and Shrimp
they're all taking turns at standing up, and they're really feeling it.
Really, you're 4-0 up against the reigning champions on their own match pick. Nice opening kill from Kira there, just reading the timing perfectly. And the rest of XLG just couldn't really get anything done. So the timeout.
Okay, it's an early timeout. It's a good time for a timeout.
Really, I'm glad it's coming through this early because there are quite a few problems, Volt, with this XLG attack.
Yeah.
Wolves was an inspiration. Yeah, they think they can all do it now.
Talked about this. I feel like
Salty G, thanks so much for the prime. Appreciate the 14 mums. Thanks for that.
Take Raga out of the Neon. Just take that agent. Delete him from his pool and let him play anything else. It was amazing when he was on the Yoru. He was good when he was on the Jet. The Neon is not working for the team.
Roster moves? Yeah, I might do a video of just like my general thoughts on some of the roster moves. It'll probably save a lot of time question-wise, I think. Probably best way to do it.
Like that is the biggest part. It's like, look, sure, there have been Neon nerfs.
C1, thanks so much for the tier 1, dude. Appreciate the half a year. Thank you for the 6 months.
Not only is Raga playing too far ahead of the team, but even the calls on like the plays.
Notice how Sideshow's in live for this game.
Neon.
Has he been watching the past 2 China games?
Because that's what you expected of a team that should be playing something like that to the highest magnitude.
He has as well.
You got the breach.
Damn, is he fully just disowned his own team?
Another relay bolt on top. You got extra pieces of utility, whether of course you're talking about the paranoia or the reveal. But
okay, timeout goes out and AG change it up as well. Chat. Timeout comes in. They've been Shilai. They're all trying to work out how to deal with everything. And then you got AG switching up their default. They now got the deadlock over towards A.
That's a positive they can take away from that.
Insta Gravnet stops the original fast push. At the op set up over towards B.
They want to try and re-hit into this. The barrier mesh in the way for now. Gets cleared, but that's more information towards the side of all gamers. It could be a little bit of a fake.
Yeah, they're going to walk into this up. Give me the up.
Leaving
Give me the
AG aware that this could be the possibility when instead the rest of the team looking to head towards B, but Spitfires with this operator has the angle all the way into tiles.
Damn.
And Raga just slowly clearing the angle to dry peak
he hit
well. It means that he's going to get felled. Spitfires is forced away.
It looked like it didn't hit, but the damage was there.
So
Maybe it was the guy at top mid.
For the attack. They still need to try and find a way to fight into this site.
Oh.
Well, nothing really found. Kira
Low HP goes down as well. They got the luck over towards middle. No one's overstepping.
He finds both of those kills. At least his spike plan is going to be secured by no man. Never mind.
Okay.
Walking into that line.
Why is he beacon?
I don't know how they're going to look on their own map, but they look alright on this map.
Sure, you want to get a frag, you want to take the hold, and maybe Viva can bring up something out of this one.
That was close though.
Almost
Nice shots from him.
Kill. But that is the extent of
Oreo, thanks so much for the prime as well. Appreciate the 5 months. Dude, this was nice from them as well. With the timeout, they change everything on defense.
Yeah, again, it's disjointed.
Change their setup. They get the op out first time they do it.
They're not quite playing together in the way that they should be, and I really, as much as we were bigging him up, I do not understand that peak from No Man. Because you're the player with the spike, you're the one that can't go down, and yet 3 nice kills from Viva in the end of it, but in the end just shut down
Beast
by
1625, thank you so much as well, dude.
On the other side.
And force them down to another eco. They got another hero gun and they go fast. And there is nothing to help Raga out.
And he just gets caught there.
And they're putting ult onto ecos. Okay, they might win this
Fury is
one.
Doing some work. Okay, XLG, this is what we like to see. 3 ultimates being invested, and
kind of had to make that play.
Information, Delby plays ahead of it. That's the intelligence of an IGL right there. 3 versus 3. A couple of upgrades being found for this attacking side. And Spitfires is low, so with the plant down, perhaps there is an opportunity.
Whoa, almost flash missed him. It's a great shot. He gets his recon for this guy backside.
Wasn't to be the case, fault.
Now, he's probably thinking about that one twice. They got the recon bowl. They're both trying to play for the elbow position. The reveal is
it's unlucky they peaked just before it went off. Maybe thinking if they were close, they would shoot it.
Yeah, it's a thrifty round.
Okay, so Gila win a round. 2 people survive in those, so there's 3 people that won't be able to buy next round. This one's the big round. 1, they're on the board, yeah, and honestly, their compromise struggle a little bit on the tackle scene.
You know, it just,
Jack, thanks so much for the tier 1. Thank you for 17 months.
It is what it is, and finally, XLG are on the board. That's the most important thing for them. They've stopped the losing streak.
Who's the caller from All Gamers? It's a great question, chat. Anyone got any knowers?
Look, maybe eventually they'll find some success, but not to be the case for the
I
time
don't know.
being. You know, we're just still slowing things
Delby?
down. That's only a single round for XLG, and their market takes.
We've got one that says Delby. He said it was some confidence. He said it was some chest.
He's detected now, trying to go down to Paranoia. Might slow them down instead. Raga fully accelerating. There's a crossfire established in that end, and they take down Coconut as well.
Damn.
Nothing really given.
The Omen just trusted Sovo was going to have his back as well.
Spit on the A main position. They have no other options but to keep pressing on that B side, so they will have to rely on No Man perhaps.
Shrimp, IGL, Delby, second caller.
Yeah, all 3 players grouped up in B main. The market pop just really didn't work. They had the moves.
Ah, my guy.
That's an interesting.
Why were you in such a committed position?
Turns to flash, maybe ran out of mouse pad, I guess. Didn't really turn.
Yeah, it's an important round, so you put the ult into it. You get 1. Damn, bro. Wait, insta TP as well? Holy, dudes.
4K from Shrimp, and again, giving it large out on the stage.
Okay, I mean, there was definitely, like, the Neo made a huge mistake, but other than that.
As well, XLG, they're still.
Dude, Gila have to eco.
It's getting really rough, especially in them doing those executes. Like, right there, what is the real value?
Man, this instant TP was awesome.
That's the one part that really caught me off guard. And we got the confirmation it is Delby actually the IGL for the team. And honestly, All Gamers looks a lot better, but at the same time, like, very clearly for XLG, those breach comps are not working, but they're still trying to butt heads with the other side. I'm not
it is madness that they're still trying to play breach, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how any team looks at Toronto and goes, yeah, we should play breach on this map. Breach is so dead.
really nothing.
Not even funny.
That XLG can do as they fall one by one, meat on the table.
Jesus,
with those pistols,
look at what
but
they're
all
going
gamers
for.
are making a mockery out of the champions, even on stage, by the way. They're not
Look
shying
at
away
what
from
they're
bringing the
going for.
Nearly
Sprite the
fallen over,
Legend,
though,
thanks
is
so
a
much for
little
the
bit of an
23
aura
months.
But, you know, we move on. Yeah, not great. Spitfires had a brilliant round there. Spot in the shoulder, and then this kill is just a little bit absurd.
My goodness.
7-1. Calamity, disaster, however you want to call it for XLG.
I mean, it is a disaster, yeah.
I just... But what happened to the Stage 1 champions? Because this is not the same squad that we're seeing. Like, yeah, obviously you've got one player different, but everyone
only one person shooting.
is playing at a different level than what
Damn,
we
he's
saw.
committed. He's heavy committed on
This
his
is the
own
stage
with
where it
all.
really matters.
He does have the
XLG, they
wall
need
that
to make
hides
it out
him.
of groups to at least
But if there's
have
a recon.
chance to stay in the VCT
No
next year. And right now they're just getting absolutely annihilated by Delby.
they're wrecking
That's
them.
ridiculous. Sprays through. At
There's
least no man's
no
able to get the
way,
one.
bro.
Tagged up by the Gravnet. Steps away. That's what it's saying. The stakes on this match, Vault. XLG, they have to get out of groups here, otherwise they are immediately relegated to tier 2. And if they don't make it to champs, then well, they're going to
very, very nice.
to
Very, very nice.
have
My
to
goodness.
make it through Ascension, right? They have
I
to
cannot
play that
believe he's
tournament
got
again,
3
because if
there.
you make it to champs and
And he had a
like,
chance to
Dragon
get out
Rage
as
you don't,
well.
you're guaranteed that spot.
Can we expect something
for
from
next
GE
year.
in stage
There's a
2?
lot on
You
the
should
line, and yeah,
never
sure, they do have
count a
a
team that
fair
has
number
MC
of
out,
champs
in my
points
opinion. So
already in the bag.
I think they got potential.
I
Problem
just
is that
feel like
they had a
can't
rough
be
first
risking it, especially
stage
as
1,
every
so
win here in the group
they kind of
stage
have to do a
gets
madness.
you one extra champs
But I would
point.
never say
This
never for
does
I think
an
matter.
two
MC
this
team.
stage, actually, not just one.
No,
I think
it's
like
still
stage
one. It's
Still
still
one?
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, you know, I still think that what is happening with the XLG is that YOU just sold them on the snake oil. They still think that Breach is good. I think that's the reason.
Damn, dude, even the
problem.
casters are calling them
Like,
out.
sure,
God, you know it.
Breach
You
is
know
good
it's
if you're
bad, man.
YOU,
When the
but
casters
if
are
you're
calling you out for
anybody
playing
else
Breach
on
as well.
XLG, it is not working. Raga individually struggling. Happy Way is really having to put a lot of pressure on the Lurks. Raga is still without a kill in 9 rounds. How many times
Jesus,
have we seen
they're
that? I
getting
think,
completely
like,
called
honestly,
out.
2024 been leading the scoreboard, so it's pretty
Jesus.
crazy. See him on that kind of form. but
Blaming him for playing
perhaps
Breach.
this
Raga
might
hasn't got a
be
kill.
Twist of fate, got the overdrive, they cleared off market, and maybe this B execute can be it for them.
I mean, it's 8-1.
Maybe, but
I
again,
I can't fault him. It's 8-1. Okay, there we go.
Does
You
pop
had to
the
call him out.
overdrive, though. Raga gets his first kill of the game. Is quickly deleted by Kira, the Viper, on the other side. Happy Way's been tagged as well by the Owl drone, so needs to dip away at least a little bit.
Jesus, though.
Viva
My goodness,
and
nice
Coconut,
chance.
That's ridiculous with the Sheriff. And again,
And
XLG,
this would
their
be
best
lovely
round
for-
right now. It's
It'd be
looking
lovely for
like
them
it's
to actually
gonna
get
be
some
an
money up
eco.
as well. But they can't. Dude, it kind of needs forward, don't
The
they?
2 rounds that they've won
I don't think
have
that
been
AG
eco
Comp's
rounds, though.
incredible
What is
on
going on?
defense, but I mean on
That's what I
attack.
call the VCL special right there.
General
you know?
Taz, thanks so much for the
Because
7
when
months,
you
bro.
get
Thank
the
you.
guns, when you're trying to overcook things, especially at the lower level.
Why
of
is Breach
things,
bad? I mean,
like,
Breach was
things
only
can get
like
out of
heavy
hand
meta
if not
because
everybody
Teo.
seems to be on the
That's
same
the only
page, and
reason.
it
And then
hasn't happened for
even
XLG,
before like
unfortunately.
Teo came
They're
in,
supposed to be
there was a lot of
second
signs
best
that
oil
Breach was
machine in
already
the
going
league
out of
behind
meta. Like
Wolves,
even if
but
you just look at win
right now, it's
percentage,
just
Breach
all
was
about
going heavy out of
individual
meta
play.
before
Raga
then.
finally
People
found
were
something on the
replacing
board.
Breach in certain
And
comps. Like
hopefully
if you
for
look at
XLG,
the
this is the
Fnatic
beginning of
comp, right,
something
with like an
bigger.
ISO.
And just finding a single
on
round would be a
Haven.
bump in the road
Like-
for L
like
gamers,
their-
because now they're taking
The Breach
timeout.
was already going out,
And this
and
is
then
gonna
on top
pose a
of that,
question
they
of,
nerfed Breach.
Well, what the hell are you
And then
supposed to do
everyone
to
just
put
went
Raga
back
and
to
forth?
then with the
Yeah,
Teo nerf, everyone
that is
just
the
kind of
question. I feel
kept
like
the
European
Breach
is
and went back to
being a little bit generous
the Neon
there
meta.
with calling a
But
timeout, giving
at the
XLG
moment, flash
control,
initiators are
considering
just
over this half
not
it
good,
still hasn't
basically.
really clicked for them.
You might as
So I'm
if
guessing
you want to
there's maybe
flash,
a more comms issue or
you
something
might you're
like
in
that
you're probably
that's
better just playing
forcing
double
all
duelist with a
Davis's
Yoru
hand
something.
here,
Basically, Yoru's too
because,
good.
you know, you're
It's
still
probably
a
the easiest
2-up.
answer. Yoru's too
And I
good, and
feel like
Breach
an
doesn't
8-4
give you
half is
enough
still
to,
pretty good heading into your
or like
attacking
combo
side
enough
here
of
on this
anything
map.
these days.
So
That's strong enough.
you
The
know,
only
there's
way
gotta
you
be
can make
something
Breach work is if
internally
you do
that we
Neon,
aren't
and your Neon
seeing
player
on
is
server,
beyond
because
cracked. Like
again,
has to be like a
there's been
best
the occasional
top
round
5
here or
Neon
there for
player.
XLG. They haven't really been able to gain any momentum from it. So
The breach. There's also the issue at like high level with breach. People in the stun will one-shot you, and then people would dodge the flash and one-shot you.
Feeling like they absolutely needed to.
It's the easiest flash to dodge in the game.
We head into round 11.
It's very clear they respect XLG. They understand the pedigree of the team. They don't want them to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, Raga finally got a kill. Quick, pump the brakes.
Yeah, well, apparently
Jesus, we're just out here. I mean, there was a stun for it, but it just went back here. They fought the. I mean, this is kind of nice from Spitfire. So we played close with the op, even though. And they thought he was gonna play here.
He's lurking through mid with an operator.
Do you think the mini nerf of breach and Teo was a mistake? Oh, I don't know why they did that. Yeah,
it doesn't even matter.
It didn't make any sense. But that's just them looking at the meta and the numbers, I think, instead of. That's them looking at like the Teo meta and thinking it's
the idea
like the combo of them or something.
Because now you've lost the operator. That's pretty much unrecoverable. Raga was on his own through mid. It seems like a bizarre decision.
Don't do it, dude. Don't do it.
He dodges the flash here on B and is able to take down Coconut. Overdrive being popped as well. Just to completely
this guy's got no chill, but at the same time he's 14-4. I can't even be mad.
I guess the timeout worked for AG, but
Spoodle with the 18 months. Thank you so much for that as well. Thank you. Got Psych in the YouTube. Damn, Psych, you might be the first YouTube member that's been a member for a whole year.
3.5.
Thank you so much for that, Psych. I appreciate you, dude.
12
12 months in YouTube?
What are you thinking?
I didn't realize we've been streaming there for that long.
As much as I would love to believe in superstition.
Thank you so much, Psych. I appreciate you. How's this game going? It's pretty entertaining, just purely
not even in the foot at this point, right in the melon.
Because the team that hasn't won for like a year and a half is owning them.
Disparaged at the display that they're showing, and he's got every right to be the team. Not looking good. And while on defense, things might be a bit easier because you don't actually have to execute in the same way that things work on the other side. But they will at least, they will at least need to find a third because 10-2.
Yeah, I mean,
the pistol, the game
this is just a mid split. Wow.
Absolutely.
Look at him go though. Okay, it is very hard for Neon at the moment. Delby's done great to delay everything and buy his team some time to kind of rotate and find out where this guy is. He got 2. The Neon got 2. Imagine he gets another. He did really good though.
With no man with the stinger, brings XLG into the fold and into the advantage.
No way, that's such an important 1v1.
And the flag from Happy Way is being
man, look at him.
Still able to get one. Now the 1 versus
Imagine they win this. Imagine they win this. Whoa, bro, chill. Whoa, gun. Holy. Damn, bro, that's a sick round from Kira. They got 10? They got 10 in the G-Lights map. Heavily on. It really is.
They're definitely getting slabbed. The morale is absolutely through the roof.
Reed, yeah, I mean, he was fast behind and then he heard him running.
They have every right to be. And unfortunately,
I think of the multi-kill glow. I haven't seen the multi-kill glow. I like when they're highlighting like a player and we're on them. That's cool. Proud substitute teacher. I think I missed your sub. Thank you for that. Demionic as well. Thank you so much.
He absolutely goes missing on Neon.
Thank you for the 14
I think that's
months.
the reality of the case. Taking off the Neon.
Sprite? Did I miss you as well? I can't remember. Thank you so much, Sprite, as well.
He's beyond, like, he's not even beyond. I'm sorry. He's below a mediocre duelist.
Yeah, get him
10
back on
to
please, because I'm now looking at Masters Toronto again. Lotus is our next map, and
chat, how many
so basically these first two maps are getting a repeat of XLG Sen. Except against Sentinels they were able to win 4 rounds on the defense and then 2 rounds on the attack, so it was a 13-6. They did win 2 rounds on the attack here. We might be seeing a little bit of a repeat of history. But the thing that worries me as well is on Lotus, they were playing the exact same composition of the Neon, Cypher, Omen, Sova, Breach.
Yeah, and that
it's clearly still not working.
Yeah, and that has been the problem though. Like, here's the thing.
Background for good, thank you.
Different compositions.
AG first win, maybe.
When you're playing the Neon, you need a lot of the setup. That's why you barely see a Neon actually outside of Haven with a Recon Initiator. You usually see 2 setup ones, at least like a Flasher and another Stun or something. Like, Sova doesn't really provide that much value. If it was a Fade, there would have been a different case because, you know, you provide the Prowlers, you provide the Seas, you take away a lot of the space.
EDG have 10, Wolves have 9, Geli have 9, Billy have 8.
But yeah,
who's
who's
below that Prodigy? Is there anyone that can actually? I mean, people can catch them up. What's the closest to them? Eli still have 9 though. That's pretty good. Trace with 5. Ah, dude, they should be fine still. They like obviously they can't play like this, but
do XLG win the pistol? They're certainly hoping that they do. All gamers though, in the way. They've put on a good start so
very solid
far.
Chance they don't make top 8.
It was, I think, a 5-0 start.
Oh yeah, do they have to make playoffs, right? Oh god, this could get so weird because they're an Ascension team. They have to make playoffs.
Throughout the map though, and they're expecting this mid push as well. Happy Way has gone
God,
down.
why did Sideshow have to support this team,
just
man?
about dodge the paranoia falling back. But again,
wait,
early advantage.
Is Sideshow record K-Corp 2023?
On the early kill, Happy Way there, taking a big liberty.
And XLG, is that his record of who he supported openly?
XLG taking the wrong bet as well.
Not great.
If all gamers just pivot back towards the A side, it's only Coconut. And it might be easy to take him off as he doesn't really have any other business.
I think that's his record.
Cover that just regenerated right now. And that classic.
Do we count Heretics for Toronto? Ooh.
Kira is there and he has been firing some real heat.
Dude, how is he alive? 2 HP.
Walk in,
dude, they managed to pick the open site as well. This is a done game.
5 retake. Sure, Kira's on health, but I doubt that they actually got what it takes to do it.
Yeah, we need to see a ridiculous fight back now from XLG. The good news is that
Dude,
Kira's
honestly,
on 2 HP.
Just
so,
stay alive.
You know,
Stay alive, get your smoke
low,
up.
But they're just going to be sitting themselves inside of Elbow, not really presenting much of an opportunity. Raga goes in, it's just immediately cut down.
Holy,
Nomad
bro.
does find 1, but it's Delby to find 3.
What? 2-0 on the pistols, and
there goes any hope.
I think they've stomped them. I think they've absolutely stomped them.
Eli Gaming in the dirt, really. 11-2 now the score vault.
Wait, I didn't even realize it had a symbol limit. To be honest with you, Sonia.
But even then, you know, that's a downfall to be.
Is AG back? They might be back.
Teams like
I don't know if we say back because have they ever been here?
Losing what could be an 13-2 against all gamers. Sure, you know, I'll definitely say.
But they're definitely here. Like they're definitely here now.
XLG are
because this actual map, as much as I want to flame a little bit, if we just focus on the positives, like it was really nice. Especially like the first 4 or 5 rounds.
Expecting the aggressive push out from XLG. This time though, they're not giving that opportunity. Over to the other side.
Wait, this is good.
Also
guy came in and he's called average Twitch chat 23. He goes, I got banned on Project Horizon, as in the English casters of the caster right now for saying Zeli is bad.
And I guess
and then he says the channel is trash, and then the mods instantly ban him.
But
honestly, I got mad respect for that.
The case is Yaldrone now comes on B. This is the weaker site, just the one
funny.
Player sort of around this area.
He's gonna go to TMV chat. Yeah, he's gonna go to TMV chat. He's gonna add my name onto it as well. Hopefully the mods down there do the fun thing.
He also can't afford to take this fight on his own because he's gonna fall, and then it leaves the rest of XLG in a difficult pit situation. 4 versus 5, and Kira again on the lurk, on the flank. He's actually expecting the players to rotate a little bit slower.
I can't believe they picked this map.
That just means that the dagger in the back is going to be that much more deadly if it even gets the chance to come on through, because right now they're all falling to Delby. Again, it's Nomad to find the constellation. But there's Kira. The snake in the grass is able to find one. And Nomad, the last one left.
Okay, 10 chances for all gamers. We've never given them that.
Of all gamers.
They are up against the full buy.
Just putting your poison there as an insurance policy for AG, and right now XLG, well, they're just gonna be put in what is the worst situation possible. A massive loss on their own map pick, no less. Lotus is AG's map pick, and if they're looking this disciplined and this structured on this first map, you know, you definitely have got to say they've done a lot of work. Apparently, the 10-man roster works. And
but underdog run, Chad, chill. I see some of you type in EG champs run. Let's everyone relax a little bit. G-Lai aren't playing the greatest comp, and it's just double pistol, heavy snowball. But it's cool that they can do that.
From the previous score, and it's clearly not working. And whether it is the stubbornness of the system, they think, hey, it worked for us before, we can definitely iterate on it and fix it, or if it's just a coaching decision right now, it is something that XLG should deeply
I've seen enough. The new chain,
like Sunset, for example.
Dude, I need to see more.
Not won a map in VCT since YOU left the squads.
No way.
Coconut caught by the Annihilation. Right now, they haven't even gone to double digits on a map since
The luck's great, man. He just had a double swing top mid. Drone goes in.
They need 8
Molly?
more rounds.
Has time to do the Molly? Oh, dude, imagine the Molly was instant.
Well, this one is in a 3 versus 3.
Oh, by the front away.
Spitfires goes down. That could be big. A Happy Way.
Okay, nice shots from Happy Way.
The steady hands required. So it's not going to be a 13-2.
No, I mean, this is one of their best chances to end this now. But
they need 6 rounds now in a row. 6 more rounds.
they got it all out of them as well.
Who have their best showing on a map since the departure of YOU. That
even then,
what's the initiator pick other than Silver in your average comp game? You talk about ranked? Bro, just play double duelist.
Still, you know,
Just don't play double initiator and ranked.
They weren't ready for the contact play, and that is something that you barely used to see out of Raga individually.
Your Reina can be your other initiator, man.
Recently, but
just play a Reina. Play a Reina and then someone that can dive in.
You know, there are definitely fall-offs, you know, in the history of Valorant, whether you're talking Yay, Demon 1, but nothing to this extent. This is just going from one of the best duelists in the world to... Do you even belong?
The Reina's the second Sentinel. Just lurking around.
Yeah. It truly is. It is unfortunate.
It's done.
Really.
Surely it's done. He's here so early.
Because XLG, they looked so promising. Perhaps peaking in the wrong stage. Stage 2 is where survival really starts to matter.
The wall goes down as well. They can break the wall. GravNet goes out. As soon as they get the smoke down, it is done.
20-6, by the way, and we're only in round 16. Been putting in a massive performance for the side of AG.
Ooh, hold up.
And
they used all of their util to just get through an area that you normally have. And now one.
You know, at least one of them.
This is probably one of the best examples of like why you should push and take map control. It wasn't like them taking site and taking map control, but in terms of the util that they now have to retake this, they don't have too much. It's an incredible stun though. Dude, no one went out with that stun. That was your only bit of util.
Amazing work to stun that retake. Now they need to find a shot. Raga finally finding his footing for a kill, but that won't be for long.
Yeah, huge, man. Holy, they 13-3'd them.
XLG in a 13-3 showing on XLG's map pick, and this is just looking
It was
scary.
XLG's map pick. That is nuts, isn't it?
I'm gonna be very honest with you. Not even in my wildest dreams did I think that XLG will win, let alone...
Back on Sideshow, is he streaming now or is he still sleeping?
Yeah, it's